Hello, this is Jasenia from HOLA, helping organizations leverage audiences, and I'm here to talk to you today about reaching the Hispanic and Latino consumer. So, have you been looking for a way to include the Hispanic and Latino consumer in your marketing campaigns? Do you want to reach the 1.5 trillion purchasing power Hispanics and Latinos have, but you don't understand how to effectively market to the Hispanic and Latino consumer? Maybe you've tried attending Hispanic festivals. Maybe you've bought ads during Hispanic Heritage Month, hired Spanish-speaking staff, and you're still not getting a return on your investment. Well, these methods just don't work. And today I'm going to tell you why. The Hispanic community makes up nearly 20% of the total US population. This is a huge population with potential spending power. But if you don't do it right, you're not going to reach this audience. In fact, you may do more damage to your brand, even if you've hired in-house staff to translate marketing materials or bought ads in local TV, radio, or print. You may still be disappointed with your results. Many of my clients feel like they are doing many things right. They are attending local festivals or hiring Spanish-speaking staff. But guess what? It's still not enough. And they are not getting the results they are after. Other clients are buying print ads and online radio ads and other strategies. But these only give them a bump in sales a month or two after. You're going to return to the same problem and wonder, what now? What else do I need to do to get the Hispanic and Latino consumer to invest in my product or my company? We have a solution at HOLA. It is a two-step process, and it starts with understanding the at factor. What is the at factor? It is authenticity and trust. These are not easy to create, build, or replicate. Authenticity and trust is all about truly making sure that your clients believe what you are saying, that your strategies have cultural insight, that you are invested in the community, that you take the time to communicate with respect, and that you consider relating to the community in their language. That is to say, English, Spanish, Spanglish, or any combination of these. Marketing to the Hispanic and Latino consumer also means building relationships. This is an essential component to our culture, and continuously honoring those relationships year after year is vital, not occasionally or during holidays. Then there's the second step, where we conduct an audit. We look at your whole process from beginning to end. We don't just look at one marketing piece like your social media, for example. We look at all your visual elements, how you use language, are you translating materials in the correct tone? You may think that a graphic isn't offensive or that a word or phrase doesn't translate into something embarrassing, but it just might. That's why we conduct the audit. We look at your website, we look at your PDFs, we look at your marketing materials, your lead gens, at everything, and help you better understand what the Hispanic and Latino consumer sees when they look at your materials. And at HOLA, we help you make any necessary adjustments and get in alignment. At the end of the audit, we provide you with a strategic plan where you do it right and say it better. Once you understand how important that is, you are going to want to go back and look at everything you are doing with a cultural lens to make sure that it is up to that standard. Without authenticity and trust, it doesn't really matter what you're doing right now. If your message or products are not diverse, inclusive, and if they're not relatable, you run the risk of Hispanics and Latinos not being loyal to your brand. Building authenticity and trust is essential when marketing to the Hispanic and Latino consumer. You really need to understand all of the cultures that we have, all of the nuances, challenges, issues, the various languages that we speak, all of the lifestyles, and so much more. When companies like yours begin to understand the at factor and its value to the bottom line, you will want to know more and learn more. Listen, you can continue to use any marketing agency who may or may not have bilingual staff that speak Spanish, and they may or may not understand the cultural nuances of the over 20 Spanish-speaking countries. You may use local agencies who will try to do it right, and they may have minimal success. I use the at factor with clients, and it works because it's part of our own core values. But don't take your word for it. Don't take our word for it. Listen to some of what our clients have to say. One recently reached out to me to translate 3 campaign pieces for a major electrical company here in South Jersey about their upcoming meters going digital. They wanted a 24-hour turnaround. When I sat down and discussed the at factor, that authenticity and trust that the client needed to have, they realized that they needed more time and training. Then there was Claire from the Riggs Creative Group in Jersey. She stated, HOLA is our first call for our clients' strategic translation needs. They also helped us manage our clients' campaign-related and ongoing social media needs. There you have it. So finally put an end to figuring out how to reach the Hispanic and Latino consumer. Let me show you how. So before you leave today, there's 2 things I'd like you to do. Subscribe to my channel below so you don't miss any more important marketing essentials on reaching Hispanic and Latino consumers. Then sign up for my newsletter for marketing data, tips, and more. Join HOLA ahora, now, and we'll teach you how to authentically reach and build trust with the Hispanic and Latino consumer. Adios.